Welcome or welcome back. It is a brew day, or should I say it was a brew day. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you saw my grain to drain pale ale, then I've had to get something brewed. You brewers out there, you'll know that you have a schedule, and if you have to chuck 19 litres of beer down the drain, then it leaves a big old gap. So I had to get my finger out. So I decided I need to replace it. I need to replace that pale ale. So I've done another pale ale, just with some different hops. I did have a look around, which you'll see in a minute. I didn't do a whole brew day video on it because I've just brewed it. And I think I did a grain to drain, didn't I? So it was a grain. I did actually do a video on that. Hang on. I've got a Perlenbacher, I think it is. Oh, lovely. Right. So yes, we're all cleared up. I had some other stuff to do, which I'll tell you about in the video. Precautions. What precautions have we taken after that grain to drain? So these new pipes, chuck the other ones. I'm sure it's come from coming out of the fermenter into the keg, and I'm hoping it's a line problem, not a keg problem. But precautions, because I took a sample and I tasted a bit when it came out the fermenter in the hydrometer trial jar. And I always have a little glass of it as well, just to make sure. And it was fine. We was all good. No TCP taste. So it's come from coming out of that, through them lines into a keg. Heat, manky connect, I just don't know. So precautions taken. Like I say, we've chucked the lines away. We've had them quick disconnects in pieces. And we've cleaned them all. And to be fair, one of them did have a little black gunky bit right in the end where the spring holds it. So we're getting a bit more careful with that. Kegs have been oxy brewed. Are they oxy brewed? What have I got? Chem Clean. Got all sorts up here now. Enzy Brew Tend. Kegs have been Enzy Brew Tend. We did run it through the posts. I've actually taken the posts out as well, just to have a gleg at them. Make sure that bucket blaster is doing what it says it does, and it is. They're lovely, no problems. Dip tubes, disconnect posts. There's no problems with them. Fermenter, but it was a different fermenter that I have used since, and that's all right. But this Firmzilla, it's got the clamp on the bottom. I blanked it off at the minute because I'm not dumping any trouble or anything. I just took that off, and there's a little bit of a groove, which is a struggle to get into. So we've given that a proper clean out. We've got some new Chemsan. My Star San I've had for about 6-7 years. And yeah, somebody did say the other day to me on some sort of chat that even if you check the pH, 5-star who makes Star San said that it could still not be operational properly. They give it 2 years date, really, and they say you shouldn't really be using it after that. So I've had it 7 years, so it might have been that. So we've been that, and we brought some new. Because you can't get Star San, I don't think, here anymore, can you? So I've had to get Chemsan, but that's all right. On the Chemsan, it says if it goes hazy, your pH in your tap water, it says mix it with tap water, but it says if it goes hazy really quickly, the pH in your tap water might not be optimal for it, and it might affect its performance. And use bottled water. So I normally go to the shop. You know when I used to do kit brewing, I used to always use bottled water. I used to go to the shop and I used to pile it in my boot and then pile it out my boot. Yeah, well, I got that delivered to my door. Laziness. I've got 6 of them. Because I'm planning on changing my Star San a bit more regularly, using bottled water. We'll see. I'm sure I will probably settle down again. I will settle down and it'll all be fine. Anyway, do you want to hear about the recipe? Do you? Okay. So so everybody knows, I've had this before. This is where the recipe's going up. A recipe! Just need to get my glasses. And as usual, I've written it down, so I'll just get my book. Lovely job, not complicated, quick brew day. It was an hour mash at 66, sparged at 77, or 76 I think it was actually. Spirits at 76. My efficiency hasn't been stunning recently, so I did a bit more of a porridgey, less water and more sparge, and my efficiency went up. So, you know, I usually do it quite wet, and I don't know whether that's a problem, but hey ho. So I need another bag. I'm nearly out of Pilsner malt, and I'm nearly out of Maris Otter. All at once, innit? Hey up. So we had 4.5 kgs of Maris Otter. We had 200 grams of dextrin and not carapils. We had 100 grams of crystal. Hops are, ladies and gentlemen, the last 10 minutes of the boil. No bitter in hops. Don't unbitter in this. It's yeah. You know the score. Last 10 minutes we had 30 grams of Citra, 20 grams of Hydra, and 30 grams of Eldorado. What did I add? Sabro, Citra and Hydra did I last time. So, oh no, that was the one before. I had Mosaic, Sabro, Hydra, Eldorado, Equinox, Lemon Drop. Sabro last time. Yeah. So yes, then the dry hop. I have written on my sign, because I've missed them before, a DH, so I can see. And I've put it in a bag in the freezer already weighed out with dry hop pale on it. So the dry hops at 14 degrees for 4 days is going to be 40 grams of Citra, 30 grams of Hydra, 40 grams of Eldorado. Yeah. She's tucked away in the fermentation fridge. Quite happily at 20 degrees. I've used Cross My Loof 5. I used something fancy, didn't I? Well, and I'm not blaming the yeast because it tasted all right, but I just need to just chill my beans, get back to basics, take my time, not rush it, have a nice clean up, lovely job. Yeah, so it's nicely in there. We've got 23 litres. We're fermenting at 20 degrees. It says 18 to 24 or something, or 25, I think now it is. 20 degrees at, yeah, wait for it to kick off. It's pressure fermented at 15 degrees. See, I'm going to have to keep an eye on that spundy, because I think I might have moved that from the last one. Don't know why. There's a clean in it. I don't know anyway. It's one of them where you can undo the screws and take the diaphragm. I don't know if I did. I don't know what I was doing. I did. I'm sure. I've just got this funny feeling I've moved it. I've moved the butterfly pressure bit, and I don't want that to go pear-shaped. Anyway, I'm going. My wife's on a course this week, so I've got a few days off, so I'm parenting even more. I love it. It's all right. You just have to manage your time a bit more, and I struggle with that. Nightmare. So you're going to get to see a bit of the end of the brew day, which is, it's actually in the past. You're going to see it after this bit of video, so it's in the future. YouTube, Harry Potter magic. Anyway, yeah, so we'll do that. We'll have a look at that little bit of the brew day that I did. I'll tell you, I think I probably mentioned some other bits like the star san and cleaning lines maybe, I don't know. I can't remember, but yeah, have a look at that. If I repeat myself, sorry. And then it's just a short look around, walk around. And then after we've done that, I'm hoping I'll come back with a really tasty, lovely pale ale in my hand this time. Oh, I've got everything crossed. We'll see. I'm not going to stress my beans about it. It'll be what it'll be, won't it? I just need to take my time and be a bit more careful, I think. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, anyway, we've taken all precautions. We've pulled ourselves, reined ourselves in again, and we'll see how this one goes. I hope it's all right. I checked my pH. I really properly checked my pH on this one as well, which I can't. What did I get? 5.5 or 5.6. I just made sure everything was all right. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I say, you just got to have a quick look at the bit of the brew day, and then we'll come back with a beer, hopefully. Thank you very much. Right, should we have a look what's going on? We are on the cool down. Right, we're on the cool down, ladies and gentlemen. Proteins are dropping out. We've got some protoflock in there. So we're cooling down. I've already filled that because I want concentrating. Look, there's a bloody spider in it as well. What's going on? Oh, it's going to be dead in it, bless it, because it's hot. Right, so we're collecting water, waste not, want not, as my grandma would say. Oh, what are the plants? Yeah, so we're cooling down. We've got the Firmzilla. Firmzilla. Sanitising, we've got some new starts. Chemsan. Look at that. Got some Chemsan, bottled water. We're not mucking about. In there we have got the floating dip tube and filter. We've got the pipette that we're going to take a hydrometer reading with in a minute. And we've got a tube that ends up going on that tap so we don't make a mess everywhere. There you go. I've got a new bottle. I broke my old bottle. It's been a bit of a thing. I broke the old one of them. I dropped it and snapped the top of that off. So I've got a new one of them. That's for pipe to pipe. And then that one, I used the other one this morning and the top dropped off it. So that was that. Fermentation fridge is already prepped. I think we're going to do this at 19 degrees. We're 18 something. 18.1. So we'll be going in that bad boy. Lovely job. What else have I been doing? Oh, yeah, I've had some stuff to do. So I've had some wood to chop. We are getting close. We're getting into autumn now. So I've been chopping some wood. And then I've been stacking some wood. And then I chopped some sticks ready for winter. To start the log burner. We use a log burner loads in winter. It saves on heating. It's nice and cosy. It looks nice as well, doesn't it? So we're all ready to go, really. Yeah, doing a few bits and pieces in between. Yeah, it's going to keep us nice and toasty, that is. Nice and toasty. Anyway, we're going off subject a bit, aren't we? So we're going to wait for that to chill down. We're going to package her in there. And then we're going to put her in here. I don't know what I'm going to call it, revival pail or something maybe, I don't know. Anyway, we'll get back to you soon. Right, it is a kegging day. And to be fair, this brew has not been without its problems. Look at the state of that. I did put some yeast nutrients in this, but overnight it went mental. That rose to the top. Through there and blocked that. That was on negative pressure. I had to take that apart, and in there there's a spring and a diaphragm, and behind that diaphragm was absolutely full chocker of yeast cake or krausen. Absolutely jammed it, and it bubbled a bit out of the end of there, just a little bit, but it didn't leak any because it got so compacted they wouldn't let anything else and the pressure just built. So we was lucky. I keep an eye on this, I'll tell you. I don't know what's going on at the minute. Anyway, let's get on and get her kegged and have everything crossed. Right, we're all cleared up. Lovely, all done, fantastic. That bucket blaster made light work of that Firmzilla. Fantastic job. It is absolutely sparkly warkly now. Is that even a word? I don't know about you lot, but I've got beer all over the floor and water and Starsan or Chemsan and... Yeah, you lot, I'm always soaked after cleaning up. Is it just me or does everybody do that? Anyway, that is now at 20 degrees. It has been degassed. And there she is. Let's have a little. We're not having a. It's not taster time, is it? We don't do that. We'll just make sure we're right. Lovely colour. Lovely colour. Yeah, we have no problems up to this point, ladies and gentlemen. No problems at all. If you have a look at the numbers, so that Cross Maloof yeast with that yeast nutrient in it, obviously, as you saw, went mental and had no problems munching through those sugars. So original gravity was 1.048. Final gravity came out at 1.009, giving it a 5.1% of the ABV. Yeah, I close transferred it. Sort of concentrated on that a bit, and I'm hoping we're right. I'm hoping we're right. Yeah, we'll come back when she's got a tap, properly carbonated, and see how it is coming out the keg. I've named this one Resurrection Pale because it's the first pale I've brewed since the old drain pour, if you've seen it. Anyway, I will see you in a while, but it'll seem like seconds to you because, yeah, we'll get her on tap at some point and we'll see how she is when the finished product is done. Fingers crossed. Hey up, how you doing? Welcome back to the beer in the glass tasting part of the grain to glass. Very exciting. I would say it's my favourite bit, but to be fair, all of it's my favourite bit, you know that. So there is the beer in the glass. That has been in the keg about a week and a half. That is Hazy Cross Maloof 5. Now, I'm not sure whether that's going to be kicking about that head, but we will see, ladies and gentlemen, we will see. So, it's my first bit of videography on the new iPhone 17 Pro. So let's see how that goes. I have tested the mic out. We'll see how it goes. I've just got back. I've just set it up. I've been, I'm ready for a drink because I've been fighting the crowds in the high street of Lincoln City. And I'm a bit of a country bumpkin. I don't like crowds. I'm just not a fan. I feel really uncomfortable. But anyway, I had to go and get the phone, sort stuff out. So yes, I'm ready for a drink. Now I'm back in the countryside where I belong, like one of them little mice. So yes, Cross Maloof 5. We're cloudy, look, aren't we? Dextrin malt. Let's see if that sticks around. You can see the carbonation. Don't know if you can. It smells super tropical. It smells super tropical again. I've called this a second resurrection, because I think I've already done a pale ale after the binned one, and the start of this video I was just talking about the binned one and cleaning lines, and I think I've got a bit confused in my noggin. I think I've brewed one in between this. Anyway, it don't matter, does it? It don't matter. Shall we have the numbers for a start? OG 1.048, FG 1.009, which brings in at a ABV of 5.1 of the percentage. Dry hop schedule. Should we talk about that? I'm going to have a quick slurp first. Right, dry hop. A dry hopped. I don't know why I did this. I was mixing it up a bit, trying something else out again. I dry hopped for 2 days after fermentation had finished at 19 degrees C, and then I dropped it down to 14 degrees C and left it for another 2 days, and then I cold crashed it. I don't know why. Not a Scooby. Don't know. It's a bit cold actually. How much dextrin malt did I put in? I put 200 grams of dextrin in. I don't know whether it needs a bit more, does it? I don't know. See, the trouble is when you don't follow recipes like me, You just don't know. I might look. I'm gonna get a bit more serious. Maybe I might not. I checked this pH. I think it was about 5.5 after sparge. I didn't do an end one because I'm not getting right into it properly. You lot will go, oh, you're getting a bit too serious, you are, aren't you? Yeah, I might look at some recipes with dextrine malt and see how much they put in a 23 litre and see how much you need. Because I haven't even looked at that, I've got to be honest. So, what have we got? It's definitely citrusy. There's a little bit of grapefruit, tangerine-y. I think it's definitely, yeah, well, no, there's some peach in there. Sometimes I don't quite often get peach. Yeah, bit of peach in there and a whiff of apricot. Maybe. It's well, no bitterness, no bitterness. I don't know why that hasn't cleared out, because I don't know. If I got that, no, I can't see what the. I think there's something wrong with it. Oh no, it's this one. On the fridge at 6.5. It's probably a bit cold, but it don't matter, does it? That is, mouthfeel is light to medium. Oh yeah, it's really good again. We're just using bits up again, weren't we? What are we doing? What's going on? Anyway, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's lovely and fruity. Used up with some hops that have gone together. Dextrine malt, might need a bit more, don't know. Might be because it's a bit cold. Smooth. There's no hop creep. 19, then 14. I normally drop it down to 14. The hops are really nice and smooth and not harsh. They're really soft and mellow, but they're really there. I didn't put any oats in it, I don't think, did I? No, I didn't. I didn't put any oats in this. Yeah, nice. It's mostly about the hops. I think it should be that, you know, the malt is giving it a lovely base, some nice footings to build those hops on top, and those hops sit on the top, going, oh yeah, they are well happy. They are. Yeah, brilliant. They've done the job again. Like I say, I know I do. I always like a pale ale on. So I can either video it, have a bit of a taste in the chat with you, or I cannot. It's up to you. Give us a comment if you're fed up with pale ales or IPAs. I'm always going to brew one. I'm always going to have one on tap. You're getting a bit bored of that. I am doing other beers in between, but I have four taps on, so it is what it is. 19 litres, you know, there's not a massive turnaround. That's why I've started doing just a few commercials. Although I've had beer mail. I've had some beer mail recently. Anyway, that'll be a separate thing. Yeah. And that head's sticking, I think it's sticking around, look, isn't it? With some stickness. Yeah. So, I don't know when you're seeing this, but the leaves are coming down off the trees at the minute. And I went to use my leaf blower, and the battery just had the red light of doom. Let me show you. We normally do, it's not all about beer. We normally go off on a bit of a tangent, don't we? We'll come back to this in a minute. Yeah, so this is the battery for my leaf blower, look. And it got the red light of doom. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, you know that's not good, don't you? When that does that, you look at it and you go, that cannot be good. So that's the old leaf blower. I mean, it's good. It is serious. I mean, it wasn't cheap, but it is good. We've had it probably 4.5 years, maybe. Really good. I mean, it's just a blower. It doesn't suck. It doesn't. but it goes. It's awesome. It is awesome. And yeah, so I went online and bought another one on Amazon on the offer, like 80 quid with 2 batteries, and I got it. It was like going. But I did that because the batteries are like 109 quid for these. So for another 20 quid, I mean, Becky said when you, I can't remember what she quoted, that is really funny at the time. She said, the trouble is, when you've had a big blower, you don't want an airdryer to use. Something like that. I mean, it made no sense, but I get the analogy. So for another 20 some quid, I've ended up buying a new battery. A bit bullet. I thought there was 109 quid for a battery is a bit steep in it, but that has not got the red light of doom. That has got the green light of goodness. So yeah, leaf clearing up this year we will be. Yeah, we're off again. We're off again. We'll be all nice and clean and tidy. Should have done beer. We're doing beer, aren't they? That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Anyway, I don't know what you... I'm getting some subscribers. I'm getting more subscribers all the time. I have no idea why. I still sit down and go, what the... Really? People are crazy. Some nut jobs out there watching this rubbish, isn't there? Anyway. Yeah, again, a nice malty bottom that's just sitting there in the background, building the base. Those hops, like I said, sitting on top. Fruity, mixing together. I've got some more hops. What have I got? Delivered. I've just had a bag of grain delivered. I've got... what did I order? So I wasn't going to talk about this. That's the trouble. When I wasn't going to talk about it, I've not thought about it. I've got some crush. Let me go look. I've got some crush, I've got some Nectaron, and I've got some Superdelic. So I'm thinking about what I'm going to do with them. Anyway, that has gone down a track. I mean, that's not 2 seconds, isn't it? That is good. That is really good. Again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you'll keep well. Cheers.
Like, subscribe and hit the bell.